How good do you have to be to go to Q-school? Well, the easy answer is anyone can go. You pay your money, you turn up and you play. And that is the end of the video. But in all seriousness, how good have you got to be? It's alright going there with a 45 average and getting beat every single game, but what sort of average do you need to be good enough? And what sort of level do you need to be at to compete and even give yourself a chance of winning a tour card? Well, let's take a look. But before we do that, I just want to let you know there is actually a reason I'm making this video. It's quite stupid, but I'm going to cover it in a few minutes. As you can see from the graphic behind me, these are the top 16 players from day 2 of the first stage of Q-school. These players automatically qualify for the final stage. I've picked day 2 because it includes the lowest average of a person to qualify into the final stage, and that will be Ashley Coleman with an average of 80.33 over all his matches for the day. Now, some of you might know Ashley from the Darts Referees channel. If you haven't seen the Darts Referee, then you're not a true darts fan, so go and follow him. But Ashley, what a legend he is, qualified with an 80.33 average for the final day. These are the top 31 players that gained a tour card from both UK qualifying and the European qualifying, with the lowest average being 83.05. And that was good enough to get a tour card. Now, I know averages don't mean everything, but it's a good marker and a good benchmark for something to look at. Now, you might be wondering why I'm still talking and why the video hasn't ended. Well, let me tell you a little story. Ever since I was a kid, I've been the sort of person that when they do something, they'll do it to the best of their ability. Oh my God, that's 180 by the way. Hang on, let's leave that in. Can you see that? Anyway, where was I? I started off by playing golf and I got pretty good. I played for the county, played national golf events, I played off scratch, I was pretty good. I then got into bodybuilding and entered a bodybuilding competition, so I'm going to put a picture of me bodybuilding just here. The next thing is darts. And apart from that 180, I would say that I am bang average at darts. I would say I'm probably a 60 average player, probably a 60 average player at home, in the pub, a little bit less. If you've played pub darts, you'll know that when you're playing in the pub or in competitions, nerves and other factors will bring average down. Now you might think this is an absolutely stupid idea, which you'd be absolutely right, it is a ridiculous idea. But what I'm going to do is journal my path to trying to be good enough to go to Q-school. What I'm going to do is log everything I do, all the practice routines I do, all the competitions I play in, every single thing will be posted on YouTube. And this episode will be the first one in the series. The series will be called Quest to Q-school. I'm going to do a video every 2 or 3 weeks about what I've been doing, what I've been practicing, and also a log of how much I'm improving, if I'm improving at all. So follow me on this journey where I'm going to try and find out if I'm good enough to go to Q-school by the entry date in January, and we'll see how we get on. If I don't get there, I won't go. If I do get there, there'll be some good content for you anyway. I hope this all makes sense. Without further ado, let's get into the first episode of Quest to Q-school. We need a base layer to find out where we currently are and what sort of standard we're currently at. So what I'm going to do is 3 different things. The first game is going to be a scoring game where I'm going to throw 99 darts and find my average. The second game will be a doubles game, which I'll explain to you when I play the video. And the third stat, and the most important one, is going to be averages from actual live competitions. So last night I went to play in the ADC Vault 7, East of England, and I'm going to post my results at the end of these clips. I'll let you know how I got on. Like I mentioned, the first test we're going to do is throwing 99 darts and seeing what average we can get after 99 darts. This is basically a baseline. So in a few months' time, we can come back to it and see if we've actually improved and got better. And I've got to say, this was actually quite good practice. The reason being is that because I only had one shot at it, there was a little bit of pressure. I had to try and perform and do my best I could. And if you've played darts, you'll know that the best sort of practice you can do is practice when you're under pressure. Playing in different environments, in pubs and in tournaments, you get a different sort of pressure you don't get when you're playing at home. And it can change the game completely. Throwing when your arm's shaking, not that my arm was shaking here, but throwing when your arm is shaking is a completely different game to throwing at home in your bedroom. So my first bit of advice, and something that I'll be doing a lot over this series, most of my practice will be like this, will be practice under pressure to try and recreate game scenarios. Because when you throw in under pressure, it really does show how good your throw actually is and how good you are at darts. I'll sped up the end of this clip because, to be honest, it's a little bit boring and you don't really see all of it. So I will share the average at the end. I threw 99 darts. It took me about 9 minutes in total to do the 99 darts, and like I say, there's a little bit of pressure on me. But yeah, overall it was okay. Could have been better, could have been worse, but here is my final score. So there we have it. My total score was 2007 and my 3-dart average was 60.82, which, I'll be honest with you, is not great and is probably lower than I was actually expecting. But it's a good starting place and we can only go up from here. The next test to set the next baseline is going to be hitting doubles, and we're going to play a game called switching doubles. The aim of the game is you start on double 16, you throw a dart at double 16, double 8, double 4, then you go double 20, double 10, double 5, double 12, double 6, double 3, double 8, double 4, double 2. 1 dart at each double, and I did 5 rounds of this to try and get a good sort of baseline level as to where I am. And I'm not gonna lie, it went absolutely terrible. But again, it's great practice because I only had 1 shot at it. It put a little bit of pressure on me, not like real pressure like you'd get in a proper match, but nevertheless, pressure is pressure and it's all good practice. And here are the final results. I scored 15, but I actually hit 13 doubles out of 60. That gives me a hit rate of 21.6%, which is not ideal. And the final baseline, and the one that really matters, is my average in live darts, actual in-person darts. Last night I went to play in my local ADC. ADC is Amateur Dart Circuit, if you don't know what it is. And basically you play round robin games, first to 2. I played 5 games last night, and here is my stats. Where you can see I didn't win a single game, didn't win a single leg. I played terribly. I felt the nerves for sure in the first few games, and I averaged 52.7, which honestly I am completely embarrassed with. You know, normally I would hope to average a little bit more than that, but different environment, new settings, 52.7. I'm going to go to these events weekly, so we'll see over the weeks if my average improves at all in these events. And there we have it. I'll put on the screen just behind me all of the final scores, and it is safe to say there is a lot of work to be done because my game is nowhere near even playing at a good pub level. If I'm being completely honest, it seems way too far away from me at the minute. It seems like it's not even achievable, but stick with me on this journey. I'm going to try and go as far as I can. If I don't get there, then I don't get there, but I'm going to give it everything I've got. I'm going to put everything I've got into it, and hopefully we can get up to that 80, 85 average and go to Q-school. So follow me on this trip and we'll see how we get on in the next few months. Catch you in the next video.